Okay. I know I said my last video was going to be the last, but I just had to do just one more. This is going to be number 5. I drank a good cup of coffee last night, so I wasn't able to sleep. So I've been working, cleaning up a lot of junk. And some of it I've been going through old videos and making a few of these videos. I like the 3-minute videos because it doesn't burn out the audience. So let me elaborate on my last video, because I was talking about clarifying what true conservatism is. Along with that true conservatism, when I was born, 1958, okay, you had solid patriotism. Solid patriotism. I still remember President John F. Kennedy. I was only 4 years old going to kindergarten when he was sadly assassinated. Ever since that time, I feel that that's when we lost our nation. Okay, that was the breaking point. Then from there, it's just been a series of events fulfilling that loss more and more. And we got to get back to that point and cover everything what happened from there. But still, let's get back to the subject I was talking about with what I was terming cultural conservatism. Now, let's be clear. Listen to what I got to say, okay? President John F. Kennedy, he described himself as a classical liberal, but it was a classical liberalism. But along with that was the cultural conservatism. He would have never went along in a million years with all the cultural changes that happened during the late 60s, after the late 60s and all that. It doesn't mean he would have been mean-spirited. I'm sure he would have adjusted. But that just wasn't who President John F. Kennedy was, okay? And what I said for my last couple of videos, I realize times have changed. You got to adjust culturally. But true conservatism embraced everybody within the old traditional family mindset. It was part of it. Didn't matter black, white, Asian, Latin, American Indian, whatever it was part and parcel of the whole entire American culture. Okay, father worked, mother stayed at home. Sundays, stores were closed primarily when I was growing up as a kid, because Sundays were respected. That's when you had your day of worship for the most part. Okay, this was primarily a Christian culture. Not that everybody was Christian, but the culture was primarily Christian. There was no problem with Merry Christmas and the other holidays, okay? And along, we had Halloween and things like that too, but it was primarily American, okay? So I wanted to emphasize that so there's a clarification on that. And I realized that today we had to find a whole new American middle where all political sides work together and come back to common sense. Thank you very much. I appreciate this. Thank you.